Good day, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness, Vampire the Rackham, or Rackham for London. It is a pandemonium in the Royal Albert Hall. There is chaos as the front side of the theatre appears to have collapsed in on itself, in the middle of Elysium, no less. A steel girder falling from the top of the stage has collapsed onto a kindred, Alina's wires, and the orchestral accompaniment. Elena being rescued only at the last second, or the fraction of the last second, by Joshua Bainforth, one of the Archons. As the Elysium descends into panic and furor, the Archon is not seen as he goes backstage. Many kindred begin to leap from their seats, either heading towards the stage or fleeing from it. Most appear to be in a state of confusion. Others, particularly kindred savvy to the severity of their situation, are going to leave or deal with the inevitable emergency response. Isabella has climbed onto the stage and is trying to medically assist those she can help. And it's funnily enough assisted by Speaker Stanford for the Carthians. It is a bizarre sight to see an elder showing such concern for models, but it is perhaps a welcome relief given the nature of the situation right now. Marcus and Julian, what are you doing while this chaos unfolds before you? People are pushing past you. There is just rampant yelling. The prince appears to have vanished along with his escort. And there are models that appear to be, well, unconscious, bleeding, dying. You're not sure if some are dead or not. But some are definitely not moving.
I don't think we can catch this detail, but I'll ask. Can vampires, especially if they're in frenzy, can they smell intent?
Not really.
I didn't think so. So all right
You
then.
wouldn't be able to detect intent. Empathy is an action made by those in control, not by those in the state of frenzy.
Nah, nah. I was gonna say, really, I think about we're vampires. We don't release pheromones like that, anyways.
No.
So, so the more or less the thing right now is the quickly assist the injured. Uh,
Okay. As you climb up onto the stage, several kindred are assisting the injured. It is you and Marcus, and seemingly only you and Marcus, given that everybody else is either panicking, leaving, or tending to the wounded. So you climb up onto the stage. You see movement. It is almost as if it was the passing of a shadow of some description, or maybe some figure in the darkness. It was very brief, but you could see them up in the rafters. Marcus, you see this too. You're someone quite used to dealing with stressful situations.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, since they're in the Royal Albert Hall, and this isn't some third world country where there's shoddy building, he himself will have automatically thought foul play, plus he's also used to when people are screaming around instinctively, back when he was in the military, he looks up and he notices that some sort of shadow has passed. This reeks of foul play. Do I have to do any rolls to get an idea in which direction that shadow fled?
Yes, that depends. You can either attempt to climb up the rafters.
Will that need my strength or my dexterity?
It would be a strength athletics check to climb. Or you could attempt to follow the movement from the rafters, which would be a wits plus composure check.
I'll go for that one. Can I spend a point of willpower?
Okay.
Okay, good. I'll do the secondary option.
Okay. Marcus can make his choice as well. I'm just going to make a dice roll for you.
You go for it.
There you go. It's dice roll 1.
Okay. Plus. Okay. Quickly have to calculate my pool. That's all.
No problem.
Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, Julian, are you going to climb up the rafters, or are you going to make a wits plus composure check to see if you can track the movement?
Oh, wait. How big are the raptors from up to down? I mean, yeah, vertically. Sorry.
Vertically, they're quite high. It's you're in a large consort hall that goes up many floors, so they are quite hard. You wouldn't be able to jump up. You would need vigor for that. If you had but a single dot in vigor, you could probably do it, but you do not. So you would need to climb up using a ladder, or just climbing along damaged parts of the walls, or up a rope. There is scenery that is now hanging off the rafters due to the fact that due to what happened.
Now then, Julian will start climbing once the people have been situated and look around.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Marcus.
3 successes.
Marcus is tracking the movement. You see Julian begin to climb up the rafters. You're in speaking range, by the way. If you want to speak to each other, you can do that freely.
Okay. Yeah.
And Julian, you just need to make a strength plus athletics check, no dice penalties.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Marcus, probably out of the corner of his eye, seeing his good friend Mr. Goodman starting climbing up, will shout, "Mr. Goodman, they went that direction," and will point and try his best with his finger to point in the general direction where the shadows fled to.
Yeah, you begin looking up into the rafters. If you were but a regular mortal, this would be quite difficult for you, as the upper part of the rafters is quite dark. But you can track the individuals fairly easy from where you are. You have to start moving from beneath the rafters.
He will.
And you see them heading towards the right part of the stage, all the way up into the wall, where they just attempt to, or rather the kind of the bottom side of the right lower side of the ceiling, really, as you see 3 figures, 2 masculine, 1 effeminate, attempt to smash their way through the ceiling, and they do so with ease. The ceiling isn't particularly tough, but their strength is clearly not natural either.
Yeah.
I am delayed.
Yes, you are still you are climbing up the rafters. You don't see this, but you do hear the crashing sound. It's not quite as loud as a steel girder crashing through the floor of the stage, but it's still a hefty, very hefty and loud noise that you can easily hear from where you are. Kind of echoes across the stage, but other kindred don't seem to take note of it as well. There's a lot going on the ground right now. Just more chaos to add to the night, as it were.
If possible, Marcus will try to go basically parallel to where the kindred were, try to find the next exit, and try to locate if there is a fire escape anywhere even close to where they, on the outside where they punched the hole, hoping to maybe either start and get up the fire escape or cut them off, or if nothing else, to at least, keep an eye on that general area in case they jump from one roof to another, as some insurgents in his past have done.
Yeah, so the Royal Albert Hall, what it's actually going to do is it's going to take you. The rafters are very, actually, I say you could have reached at a Vigor 1. It would probably have taken you Vigor 2 or 3, to be honest, looking at it now. But what it's actually going to take you to do is it's going to take you down. And from there is a fire exit. Not necessarily in the direction of the rafters. It's not on like the right wall. It's at the back wall. So you'd have to briefly go around the building to keep up. But you think as long as as long as you're quick, you should at least be able to keep eyes on them. Like, it would only take you a few seconds to make your way around the building with how fast you're running.
Yeah.
It's So yeah, you make your way out of the building, and you see the kindred kind of hopping partially down the building before taking a much larger jump and seemingly falling from it unscathed. With a slight delay in their movements, or rather the slight delay that they take climbing down so as to not damage themselves, seems to give you the few seconds you need to keep pace with them. But they're wasting no time staying in the area at all. They are running across the road. Julian, you definitely see the hole they've left. It's pretty obvious where they've gone. There's very little subtlety there. Making your way across the rafters is a little bit dangerous, as it's all held together. I say rafters. It's not like the rafters are kind of held together. It's not like a bunch of wooden pillars kind of holding the roof together. It's it's more like a series of very large props held together by wires and rope from the top of the from the roof of the hall and lighting. So it's not easy making your way across the but you can do it. And well, the path has already been made for you, and you begin to round up on Marcus. You can probably see Julian as he makes his way out of the hole in the wall, or rather the two holes in the room, as they sort of, it's like, kind of goes through one space and then to the outside wall. But yeah, you two can see each other, and Julian, you can see the three individuals running away. They're much clearer outside. You get a pretty good look at them.
When I see these three individuals, though, I am behind. I do have at least clear indicator of runners, right?
Oh yeah, they're running. They're pretty obvious.
All right. Then,
There's not a lot of subtlety here. They're
then
just fleeing the vicinity as quickly as they can. Probably relying on the chaos they caused to give them a cover to get out, but doesn't seem like they were counting on you two following them. Probably relying on people's better conscience to look after the people they injured.
Screw that. Just joking.
let's see. That if that is the case, I would just go over this thing real quick. I think I went a little bit too far. Oh, no, it didn't. No, I'm right on top of it. At least I thought it was. Damn it, I just need to get the page numbers on these things. I'm trying to remember if I ride the wave. There we go. Brown strength. For speed strength, from lifting, jumping, or no. Well, that does help me with jumping. That might be able to help me. Sure, why not? Because at this point, there's no reason to give these guys Eddie Bursey, and I really just need to catch them, if anything. I would like to stir the beast and give it the goal to catch these people.
Keep in mind, while you are outside, you're still in a public space.
That is true.
If your beast flies off the handle and this ends up going somewhere outside of where these people are going, or it ends up going further into the city, even if only by a block or two, you would not be able to protect the masquerade in your frenzied state. That would be up to Marcus.
That is a question. So even if I am in control of my frenzy, I ride the wave. I obviously look deranged. That's the big problem.
Yeah, even if you're riding the wave, you still exhibit bestial traits. You still look like a mad lunatic with vampiric fangs bared. You are definitely at risk of killing somebody, although less risk than the average frenzy and kindred.
Well, then, actually, how about this? Can I use my physical intensity to help me jump to try to just get closer to these guys faster?
Yes, you could definitely do that. It's a hefty jump. These people appear uninjured if they're running, so they're either very tough, much like yourself, or they hop down a few levels before actually taking a larger jump. They definitely took a large jump at some point. They're already across the street and running into a side street. So they clearly got off the building quickly, but not quite sure how. You could attempt to just pump resilience and take the fall.
Oh yeah. I'm planning, because I am full on blood. I'm planning on abusing what I got and help make this faster to catch up.
Okay. Yeah. You can use physical intensity to just leap off the building, and you'll have enough time to use resilience as well, given the time it'll take you to hit the ground.
I'll put in the chai check how much blood I have left. I'd be spending 2 right there.
Yeah, it'll be 2 blood points spent. I assume you're chasing them down at this point.
Yep.
Alright. So Marcus, you're going after them as well?
I would like to totally abuse the fact that I've got blood potency too. If I remember correctly, running is a stamina and a dexterity thing, or is it a stamina and strength thing?
Running
If
is
you're trying to
strength.
chase, yeah.
In a straight chase is actually strength plus athletics. In
Even
an
if I
extended...
try to do shortcuts like, jumping over trash cans and shit like that to try and gain a little bit.
That would depend on whether or not you have parkour.
No, not yet. Okay, screw it. In that case, since it needs strength, I am putting both blood. I spend 2 blood points, put them in strength, and start pursuing the fuckers.
All right.
Every round is like only 8 seconds, you say?
It's 6 to 10 seconds. A round is 6 to 10
So
seconds.
not enough time to pull out a cell phone and try to film them.
I mean, you can do that as you run. I would leverage a single dice penalty, as it would be quite difficult to film somebody as you run.
Okay, good point.
Or rather, it would be more difficult to keep pace because your focus is split between filming somebody and...
in that case, no. First follow. If he then has a nice long alley, he can still try that afterwards. Okay, so
you're not exactly...
just doing that.
They are going around corners, but you have plenty of space in which to chase them.
Marcus will just spend the 2 points of blood and chase them.
Okay. All right. Both make me your rolls to chase these individuals.
Thank God I at least have some dots in athletics.
Yeah. With physical intensity, can we spend more than one time in a roll?
No, you're limited by how much blood you can spend per turn. And it only lasts a turn, so basically lasts for 1 roll.
Okay, so 5 strength. Yeah. And it is 2 successes on my part for chasing the fuckers.
Okay.
I only wanted this one.
Okay. So you leap off a building, Julian. And you land all the way on the other side of a road. But Marcus kind of blisters past you as you land. You would probably be quite far ahead of them, probably be able to tackle one of them if you hadn't had such a rough landing. But you leap quite far, and it's only because of your resilience that you don't take any lasting damage. But Marcus, you blister forward. And you tackle one of the, or rather, you cut off.
Good. My strength is at 4 at the moment, so that's good.
Yeah, you cut off 3 of them. Well, you cut them off. You get ahead of them, sort of violently shoving 2 of them against the wall, breaking their pace. One of them continues running. You can see
2 of 3 is still good.
Yeah. He continues running. He smashes you. He smashes you. He flashes you. A very fanged smile. Something appears a bit off of his eyes. He has eyes not too dissimilar from Julian's sire. Deep red eyes.
Red. Okay.
You just
red,
want to make
not yellow.
No, do you want to make a quick wits?
Yes.
Wits plus composure roll, or wits plus empathy roll, whichever is your highest dice. As he
wits and composure, because my guy has 0 empathy. Not as in he's inhumane, as in he's just bad at the whole reading stuff sometimes. Okay, in that case, that's a dice pool of 5. It's all happening so fast. Yeah, exactly. Roll.
Do I need to roll, or am I out? Or I can't see this?
0 successes. Oh well, it happens.
Okay, you're not quite sure what it is. You're not quite sure what it is about the way that he gazes upon you as he runs, or the way he glances at you. There is something distinctly inhuman or unnatural about the way that he does so. It is not normal. But
Fine enough.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's strange, but but Marcus has got 2 other kindred he has to
You don't
concentrate
really,
on.
you do not have the time to contemplate.
Exactly. There are more pressing matters. So he'll just keep in mind that it was off, even for kindred standards, and let it be that.
Shit, they're shoved against the wall. The woman who's basically just wearing jeans and a broad vest.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes, "Oh, Archons, this is the best the princedom could manage." Fuck, you want to take a bite? Let's go.
Is she looking at Marcus?
Yes, she does. She grows claws.
I want to use dominate. Do not move. A clear 3-word command.
Rate of entry, man. I was like, fuck chasing.
Yeah, fuck chasing. You're gonna come to me.
But yes, and I don't take it that for discipline rolls he could spend a willpower, right?
You can absolutely spend willpower points for discipline rolls.
Fuck it. Spending another dot in willpower and using the first level of dominate. Do not move.
So that's intelligence plus expression plus your dominate.
Yay!
Plus 3 dice because of your willpower.
Yeah.
Versus the resolve plus the buff points.
Okay. At.
What about that? Like, if you do have blood potency, do the effect you dominate? I know what obfuscate gets enhanced by blood potency.
Not in this version, sadly. And that gives me a lovely little dice pool of 9. Come on. Oh, come on.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? Okay.
Oh.
That's kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck's sake.
Well, you can always make the check another turn. It's free, and they're not immune to it for the rest of the night or anything, unless you opt to take a dramatic failure.
To be fair, the command "do not move" is similar, like freeze. You know. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm cool. I think it's Julian's turn now.
Okay. Yes, Julian, you're running towards these people. What do you do? One of the growing claws. The other just begins kind of walking up to Marcus, similarly to the woman. They bare their fangs and smile, and there is something strange about their beast. It's odd. You can't quite put your finger on why. It's bizarre to look at. Their predatory aura feels very off. It feels very all-encompassing. But it feels very prominent, I think is perhaps the best way to put it.
Okay. My bad. I forgot to add the extra dice I would have got with my speciality icy stare.
Okay.
Well, that's my own fault.
It is a you can roll the extra dice because there's just one extra dice. So.
Okay. In that case, just a chance die, so to speak.
It's not a chance dice, just one dice because a chance dice is only a success on a 10.
Okay.
A regular 1 dice, even if you're just rolling 1 dice.
Okay, I'll just roll 1, just for the sake of, and a 0 doesn't matter.
The best part is that even if it were like difficulty 6 and we're using Old World of Darkness, that roll would only be a single success anyway.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 2, 6, 5, 6, 6, 1, 1, 4, 5, 4. For
Good
10
point.
dice, that's an extremely unlucky roll.
Shit happens. If I'm lucky, this was my most unlucky roll ever. Anyway, back to topic.
But yeah. Well, you impose yourself on them, but they don't seem to care. She seems to resist you. You can feel her will repulse the imposition, the imposing of your beast upon her, and she begins to hone you down with claws bared, fangs bared, and she's going to take a swing at you. We won't roll initiative because
there's only 2 of us. So
there's only 2 of you and 2 of them, and I'll just happily let you guys go first. So Marcus, sorry, not Marcus, Julian, you can actually intervene on one of these 2 before she takes a swing.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess we're not in such a public place right now, right? Because she's throwing out fangs and claws. Like, oh, fine then, we going.
Plus, we should still be inside, alleys and stuff.
Yeah. So if we fight, then we fighting. So yeah, no reason not to have the beast come out and play. So I will spend the willpower. Make sure how much I even have. There it is. Yep, I got. Yep, I will spend the willpower to stir the beast. And
so you're gonna head straight into frenzy of a stated goal.
Yeah, stated goal is to capture these people.
Okay.
No longer cost willpower.
And... out of curiosity, does this scene count as after the downtime or before the downtime?
This is several days after downtime, so
good. That means I'll have weaponry 2 and not 1. Good, thank you.
Right.
Well, keep in mind in Elysium you would not have been allowed to take weapons inside.
I know. To be fair, the only weapon he would have negotiated for would have been the shadow sword, with the express purpose of this is if you know what shows up. If I pull that and you know what doesn't show up, feel free to kill me.
It's fair enough.
Sorry, I forgot. When you're riding, not riding the wave. When you're riding the wave, it's switch composure, if I remember correctly.
You want to trigger your beast and then make a roll to ride the wave.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. It is riding the wave. There's resolve. It is resolve plus composure.
All right.
So you need to reach 5 successes before you can ride the wave.
All right, that's 6 dice plus 3 from with my coil of worms. That's 9 dice.
You can do it, Julian. I believe in you.
So that's a total failure. Well, you guys aren't getting very lucky today.
The dice roller hates us.
So you get no successes. So the frenzy is not held off for a turn, which means you enter an uncontrolled frenzy immediately.
But just a quick setup so that we know who is. There is Marcus, then there are the 2 kindred, and then there's Julian who is frenzying behind them, right?
Yes, you're confronted by 2 individuals.
Yeah.
a tall, almost like Amazonian in size woman, and a man about as tall and large as her. She is bearing claws and fangs, but he is only bearing his fists.
Good. Okay.
He hasn't said anything so much so far, other than utter a low growl towards you.
Dex.
You can use
Stamina 4.
So what you can do is you can use you kind of used the beast to enter the frenzy that you wanted to ride. So guess that's an uncontrolled frenzy then.
Is this a dramatic failure or just a failure?
It's not a dramatic failure. You have to choose to dramatically fail. You've just failed. So the thing is that to ride the wave, you need to get 5 successes, and each success you get holds the frenzy off for a turn, which allows you to get the successes you need.
Oh yeah.
To control the beast. You've got none, which means the beast is not being delayed at all. Which means you just enter frenzy like that.
Okay.
You still have because you've stirred the beast.
Yeah, it really does.
You still you can still select a target or goal.
Yeah, I did still say a goal, so it's more at this point. If I rode the wave, I could have, if I wanted to, I could have blocked or do different actions to still get to my goal. Right now, it's just the goal. There's no will to help guide the goal. No, it's gonna happen.
So same goal. Okay, so Julian, you're in frenzy. How does a frenzying Julian react to these two kindred?
Like, as in his responses or what they see?
As in what is your action?
I would say a frenzy Julian with the goal of capture target is at this point attack the thing, attack the closest thing to me right now. So basically in the hopes of torporing it or damaging it where it can't run away. So who would be directly in front of me right now?
The woman is closer to Marcus. To the right of her is the man who is closest to you outside of Marcus. So yeah, it would be the man.
Yep, and frenzying Julian would attack the man.
He looks filthy and run ragged. He looks like a to be honest, he looks like a homeless convict. He's wearing little more than rags.
All right. If I was in my right mind, I might feel slightly guilty.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you are not. So beat down the hobo.
So his defense is 2. So you can make me a strength brawl check. Minus 2 dice.
All right. And since I am infringing, I'm going to spend a blood for physical intensity. Down to 7 now. All right.
Okay, I'll be changing machines, so I'll be back in less than a minute.
Right, no problem.
There we go.
Oh wow. You throttle this man. And wow, it was your last dice that gave you that triple 10. Good job. So physical intensity coming through. Oh no, you smash him to pieces. Your beast, letting out the fullness of its strength, slams your fist into him. He is knocked into a wall, almost goes through it. Flakes of cement and brick and dust just kind of fall off the upside of walls. He's just flies into it, and is briefly stunned from the sheer amount of damage he's taken in one go. His beast entering a minor state of shock. However, if a woman sees this and goes, "Oh, this one's got some meat on his bones," and is going to take a shot at you. Defense is that, so...
Yep, my defense is now, I think, actually, it is technically 2 because I'm in frenzy. Yep, my strength, yeah, my defense would be 2. So it's not just 1. And I'll let you decide it since I am in frenzy. What a frenzied person would want to use blood to use resiliency if it's known that it's going to be attacked.
They would have you spent your blood for this turn,
Oh, yeah,
increasing your strength, so...
Couldn't do it anyways.
Yes. Okay. She swipes you, but your beast abruptly shifts your body out of the way in a fashion that is clearly unnatural. It is as if your body was abruptly puppeted to one side, as if it had been pulled by an external force. And she looks amused, if nothing else. But is also surprised that you managed to dodge her. The other man is stunned. He can't actually take an action because he just took so much damage in one go. It is Marcus's turn again.
I'll ask just for next scene's sake. I have in the zone from my ride the wave style, but I did not spend the willpower to ride the fringe. I spend the willpower to stir the beast. There is a difference, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just get those extra points because of my coil of the worm, but I'm not actually spending willpower to help me ride the wave. I'm spending willpower to get the beast's attention because I am just forcing myself in frenzy. I'm not getting.
Yeah, you're spending willpower to involuntary frenzy, and you have I believe you have leash the beast, which allows you to ride the wave without spending willpower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Because he's awesome that way.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so I would have had to spend another willpower, which I could have to just make it more rules to ride the wave, which, and again, that still wouldn't affect in the zone because that's not me.
Yeah, that's something to remember for next time.
No, that's it. I'm not.
You have a very impressive dice pool to resist frenzy, unfortunately, or rather to ride the wave as opposed to resist frenzy, but you were very, very unlucky on the roll.
No, I just wanted to make sure I was looking over, like, oh yeah, it's like, I was like, because not for this scene, so it was considered for next time. But no, you're right. So stirring the beast is different than riding the wave. So, in regards, because of the level of coil worm I have, I would get the same bonus. If I wanted to spend the next other willpower, if I had the willpower to spend, it just would have been 12 dice instead of 9. Then another effect would have got. But either way, it doesn't matter. But it is your turn, Mr. Irons.
How often in one scene can you? I know it's not called blood buff, but I can't think of the word.
Physical intensity.
Physical intensity. Yeah, you can blood buff as much as you want. However, it only lasts for a turn. So it is not like Old World where it lasts for a whole scene or for multiple turns.
So the blood buff he had has already gone, right?
It's already dissipated, yes.
Okay. Well, good thing he was full. So, and he has a total pool of 11. So another 2 get spent just to keep up the strength he has. And spend another dot of willpower, and Kane be with me. Try to dominate the Amazonian woman again with a 3-word command. Do not move. Wish me luck. Come on.
Okay,
2 successes.
I'm going to try and resist you. Because they do get to resist. And they get 2 successes, so...
Oh.
Does Icy Stair allow you to win on ties?
I believe defender wins on ties. And they're the defender in this case. They are the one defending against the dominate command.
No, I was asking if his merit allows him to win ties. What Icy Stare?
Shit. I forgot the extra dice. I'm an idiot.
Roll it, because if you get a success, then you beat them.
Hash. Okay. Add.
You got like a 30% chance to beat them, so... Unfortunate. Dice have been very unfair to you this evening. No, they push back against you again. You attempt to impose your will on them. They're resistant. They are very resistant indeed. And they perhaps repay you with the greatest of insults. They ignore you and continue to pound away at Julian. It is however Julian's turn.
Well, if the other guy is he truly incapacitated, because I know if he isn't, my beast would make sure that he is. If the man's truly incapacitated, he'd move the next target. If not, it would make sure that the thing stays down.
Oh, so which one are you going for?
The man that I slammed into the wall.
Okay.
So
you're going to attack him again?
Yep. Said torpor or no? I said torpor or physically maimed that he can't move. And the beast is spending more blood because the beast is very dumb.
The beast wants to take home its trophy.
Only 2 successes this time. Though, actually, is his defense still 2, even if he's stunned right now?
Yeah, he still gets his defense, I think.
Okay.
Okay, do another 2 damage to him. I mean, you've completely annihilated. Like within a simple flurry of punches, you have broken most bones in his body. What surprises you is that this doesn't seem to impede his movement at all. You punch him and punch him and punch him to the point where the wall that you've been beating him into is slowly falling to pieces to the point where he's been more or less just slowly kind of pushed into and through the wall. Into what appears to be some sort of back room of a now closed or abandoned shop, some sort of corner shop. But he still seems to duck and weave as if he were at full operating capacity. His body, despite the shattered bones and torn ligaments, and you've even clawed at him somewhat with just your fingernails and just ripped open pieces of his body, and it just hasn't done anything to slow him down. He will retaliate. In fact, you have 2 people on you now. So he's going to take a strike at you. Ooh, and he repays you in kind. He does 4 bashing damage to you.
Ouch. But I'm a hardy fellow.
And the woman, she gets an extra dice because your defense goes down by 1 when you're attacked by for every time you're attacked.
Yep. So I'm back.
Oh, okay. You think you've got this guy on the ropes. I mean, he should be on the ropes. A regular mortal would be unconscious or dead, and even a kindred would be physically struggling at this stage, or a regular kindred would be. But he simply winds back, and with a single swing, he sends you flying back through the hole in the wall you've made, back to the other wall on the other side of the side street. It dazing you, but not completely stunning you, as the woman then just lunges at you like a feral animal and just begins tearing into your body. You take a total of 9 points of bashing damage.
So 13 altogether. Is it mundane or supernaturally mundane?
It's mundane damage.
Okay, so it's still very survivable, but that really, really hurt.
Yeah, that is not a string of attacks that you can take multiple times. If they do that to you again, you'll probably be entering torpor. But your beast carries onward, and you know one of them is heavily injured. They just don't seem to be showing it.
Right, because I'm bad at this goddamn health system. I know I'm severely hurt because of being in frenzy and the little resilience I have. This is a problem, but it's inconvenient at best right now.
Yeah, you can, Marcus. Do you want to make me a quick wits plus composure check on the man?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I got my health written down. Why am I looking in the book? Yeah, because I have health of 10.
3 successes.
Okay. It is, when you look at the man, it is, you see the broken bones and I mean the external fractures, like there are pieces of bone that are literally out, like sticking out of his body. It looks horrendous. But what's strange to you is that you, through looking at him, it's almost as if a predatory aura is filling in the gaps between the broken bones and torn ligaments.
Has Marcus seen that with any other kindred?
Oh no, this is entirely new to him. It's almost like that. It's almost as if the predatory aura of a beast is replacing the skeletal structure.
Okay. Gotcha. He will jump to a conclusion. Whether it's correct or not, we shall see, but he's jumping to a conclusion.
Okay.
Plus, seeing a person at least he considers a friend Goodman being waylaid, being attacked by those two. Just, that anger, the beast. that had already been attempted before, being ignored as if he were nothing, just being overlooked as he so often was when he was alive on the streets. Now it's personal. But you have to let me know when it's my turn.
It is your turn. It's your turn now, actually.
Okay. None
Already
of them
taken their actions.
are looking at him. They are actually quite busy at attacking Julian, right?
Yeah.
He pulls out his shadow sword and he'll try to behead the woman.
Ooh, okay. So, are you making a cool shot at the
Spending
woman?
the willpower on this one because now it's getting into life and death territory.
Okay. So are you going for a cold strike on the head?
Actually, come to think of it, what probably is the easiest is from up to down onto the head, just striking from top to bottom onto the head, following the spine.
Okay. So striking the head is a -3 dice penalty. However, I would give you they're slowly shoving or tearing apart Julian against a wall. As the wall is slowly sort of collapsing under the weight of the force that these two are exerting. You would get a back attack, which I'll give you +2 dice for. So that would effectively give both of them a defense of 0.
Well, I don't have the common sense merit, so I can't ask what would make more sense, attacking the head or the body.
Well, making a cold shot on the head does give you -3 dice, so you would still lose 3 dice to your attack, but
if he can do least damage equal to their size, they are stunned, which means...
Yes.
Oh, is that the case? Could I instead try to run them through with the sword? I think that would also do quite a lot of damage, right?
It would do +3, I think.
Okay, I'm going center mass, like with shooting.
Okay, so just full dice pool then? No modifiers.
Gotcha. So spending willpower, he has got 2 dots in weaponry. The Amazonian woman.
Okay.
Exactly. Plus, is it strength or dexterity?
It's strength plus weaponry.
Good. 5 plus 3 is a dice pool of 8. Just checking. Yes, it's a dice pool of 8. Two successes.
All right. You slam the sword into the woman's back. She lets out a screech as she's struck. You just effortlessly cut through her body with this weapon, as if it were just a regular model, or perhaps even more cleanly than that. It just sort of melts through the bone and the tissue with cold heat. And she takes a lot of lethal damage. She does have a keep moving.
I don't take... I don't take it Marcus has got any actions left.
No, not without celerity. And even with celerity, you can't use those celerity actions for attacks.
No problem, just
You only
checking.
get one attack per turn, even with
Fair
celerity.
enough. And that's the end of my turn, as they like to say.
Okay. Okay. However, Julian, this has given you something of an opening. As Marcus just impales this woman through the back with his blade. You can literally see it melt through her body, and it almost impales you had he not impelled her at a precise angle. You now have the opportunity to strike back.
I guess just my question I'm doing this health thing, right? I took altogether 13 bashing damage. So that would have filled my health tracker once, then given me a point of lethal, correct? Or I'd be unconscious.
Yes, you would have. Yes, all of your health. You would have one lethal, and the rest of your health track would be filled with bashing.
All right. So because for sure I got at least one lethal. It's just the 2 extra points that carry over after doing that. Would it be just another? Would that be on the new set of tracking?
Oh, pardon?
Sorry. I technically have 11 health right now. I took 13, so definitely my 11 is filled up with bashing. Then I have 1 over. That's the lethal. Then I still have that one other 1 over. So is that 2 lethal or just another thing of bashing?
Wait, so you have taken how much damage?
13.
And you have how many health levels?
I have 11 right now.
Okay, so with 11 health levels and 13 damage, you would have 9 of your health. 2 of your health levels would be filled with lethal. The other 9 would be filled with bashing.
Okay. Sorry, I am still having a hard time with this health system.
That's fine.
All
Basically, it kind of loops in on itself. Once your health track fills with bashing, every additional bashing transforms one of your bashing damage into lethal. So it's kind of like you have a single line. It's like usually it's represented by bashing as a single line, and a lethal is represented by a cross. So you're effectively just adding another line. So kind of think of it like that.
Yeah, but I am definitely suffering wound penalties right now.
You're in frenzy. You don't suffer any wound penalties.
Oh yeah.
You'll be still there.
Hallelujah.
You care about as much as the guy who was punching you in the face just now.
Alrighty.
The beast is only more. More angry right now. He wants to put this guy on the ground. Wants to put everyone here on the ground.
And I do not have a cowardly beast. At least I wouldn't think so, since my strength is higher. So it's thinking more just smash or run away. If I still have a chance to smash, more smashing comes.
Marcus, just as a note, Julian, you can make your roll to attack whomever, but Marcus, you do hear police sirens.
More blood spending.
You know what? We can deal with the police later. His good friend, Mr. Goodman, is they're trying to kill him.
I only got 1 on the lady. If I'm attacking the lady.
Okay, 1 on the lady. Unfortunately, she absorbs that damage of her resilience.
She turned it on.
Yes. So she does not. She does not stop. She keeps on going, and while you do damage to her, it is superficial. It doesn't seem to impede her in any way. Which leaves the man to continue fighting. Gonna take another shot at you. He's the only one who hasn't been struck by Marcus yet. He's 1 of 1. Marcus has struck 1 of 2. And he does another 2 bashing to you, so it turns another 2 of your bashing into lethal. As he continues pounding you into the wall. in retaliation for what you did to him. Marcus, it is your turn. The woman has turned to face you as you pull the sword out of her. You're going to go in for another swing?
I guess I'll have to spend another 2 blood points.
Okay. Keep track of how much blood you have left.
Yep. So 5 now. With 1 spent, 5.
If you're spending 2 blood for physical intensity, that's 6 extra dice.
Huh? Is that how it works, and not just
No, it doesn't.
one
You don't
dot
increase our
per-
stats anymore.
You don't
It's,
increase your stats. It gives you +2 dice for
Plus 3.
for every blood point you spend. You get +2 dice for the roll.
Oh, okay. Live and learn. Right. Fuck it. Spending another willpower because this is a life and death struggle. So, also this fucker center mass because it's easier to.
Which one?
The one facing him right now. The
woman is about to turn on you.
The
Right.
bruiser, yeah. He'll try to impale him, ideally in the heart region.
Well, let's find out where this goes.
Wish me luck. Okay, so 2 more plus 2 in weaponry is 4 plus strength. Okay, 7. There we go. Actually, correction. 8. 1 success.
One success. Okay, that's another 4 lethal. Yeah, she spins to slash at you. You catch her first as you make a wide arcing strike and knocks her off her feet. And she slumps to the ground, torpid, as her vitae splatters against the wall. Anybody with 5 vitae or less must make a frenzy check for hunger.
I'm already frenzying.
You're already frenzying, so you don't have to care. So Marcus
I
has to
have to roll. Okay, what do I have to roll?
It's just resolve plus composure. I don't think you're going to need any modifiers here. Let me double check. You haven't been wounded, I think.
Nope, just me. I'm doing my job.
Okay. No, just a -1 dice penalty for you to resist frenzy. There is blood everywhere, and she has massive wounds for you to feast on. But it's not the most compelling temptation in the world.
2 successes.
Okay. You force back your beast.
Literally commanding it later, kill now. Sorry, feed later, kill now. That's basically what he's internally monologuing to himself.
The beast agrees. But it also takes a toll on you. And as it recedes back
Understood.
into your chest, it takes a piece of you with it, and you gain the tempted condition.
Fair enough. It's noted down.
Mm-hmm. So, Julian, one of these figures has hit the floor.
2 more to go.
Your beast only sees one target now.
Alrighty, and I am injured. And I'm getting hungry. And this man has been pissing me off. Beast going to give this guy a hug. And I'm going to try to grapple this. And I do not fight against this guy's offense. I fight against his strength brawl, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, I do. Strength brawl minus defense. So that's no. It's when we're actually contesting when we're attached. So my bad. Yep, and down to 4 blood. I was full on this seed.
Same here.
8 plus 2. Yep, so. Alright. Alright, that's 1. So I am attached to him now.
All right, you got him in a grapple. It would have been his turn, so we're just going to roll to contest the grapple now. Or rather, to see who's in control of it, rather. So you make your roll, I'll make mine. I don't think either defense of either party applies here.
No, it's a strength brawl, and is this a new time for me to spend blood again, or no? Because
it's taking place on the same turn, so no.
okie dokie.
Oh wow, okay.
All right.
You need to beat 5 successes.
Not going to be the case.
No. I got a 10, which exploded into a 10, which exploded into a 6. Then I got a 4, a 7, a 4, a 10, which exploded into another 10.
So what
which
does this man
exploded into
wish
a
to
1,
do?
a 5, and a 9. So yeah. No, he takes control of the grapple.
So,
And he's gonna end this right now. He's just gonna bite you.
all right.
I think he just does the difference in successes as damage.
Yep. Damage and roll successes.
I think Fangs. Let me double check how much damage Fangs do. I think they're +0 lethal weapons.
Let's see. Page 94 for the assault kiss.
Yeah, +0 lethal damage.
And he takes 1 D8 from me. So I think he does.
No, he's not looking to do that to you.
Okay.
If he wants to feed from you, that's a separate action. So no, he just does 4 lethal damage to you. So
yeah,
close to top there.
we are still in the grapples. So it would be Marcus.
All right, Marcus. Julian's getting pretty beat up. He's taken about as much damage as he can on your behalf.
Yeah, it's okay. At this point, I would say he doesn't. 5,
5, so that would be 3. Ooh. Okay. Spends another 2 points of blood, which puts him down to 3. And he will not impale the guy horizontally, but basically will try to impale him from the side because they're in a grapple. He's basically just trying to get to the guy's flank and ram him that way so that he takes all the damage and Julian doesn't take any.
Okay. So you're just going to try and stab him?
Yep. Gonna shank the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on. 3 successes.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage.
That was the whole idea of the operation.
All right. Yeah, you almost slice his body apart multiple times. He does not stop moving. He continues to open up Julian.
Oh, fuck's
Just
sake.
slowly just tearing his body to pieces, removing splinters of bone, flesh, and tendon.
Fuck, had I known that, I would have tried to bite him and put it. Nah, doesn't matter.
Alrighty.
At this
Sorry,
point, both
dude.
sides look like mutilated corpses. They certainly wouldn't pass for human. But he's going to take another...
Now we're in another strength brawl clash.
Yes,
Hopefully
another...
I'll
Yeah. You got to contest the grapple again.
Alrighty. That beast is still got a beast. Now I'm down to 3 blood.
Wow. So you need to get 4 successes.
Oh no. That's a valid point. Does my specialty in bite come into play for a grapple check? Or do it especially
No.
No. I
The
realize.
thing is that when you're in frenzy, you don't need to grapple to bite.
Oh, you don't? Didn't I know that?
No.
I
You
forgot.
can bite is a completely standalone action.
But
It's
only
one
in
of
frenzy,
the
right?
greatest strengths of frenzy is you can effectively do lethal damage with your fangs without having to grapple somebody.
Nah. What does he do?
Okay, he does another 2 lethal to you.
I am lethal torpor. So yeah, after the frenzy ends, I will be torpored if I don't die.
How much lethal damage do you currently have on you?
I have what? Because I had 3 before. I took 4 right now. Previously, that's 7, plus 2 more. That's 9.
Okay, so you are very close to torpor. If you come out of frenzy, you won't be in torpor. Your entire health track needs to be filled with lethal damage to torpor you.
No,
Kindred
it would be because I would go down to 10.
Yeah, Kindred are pretty hard to take down through mundane means. Oh yeah, actually, because they're dealing lethal damage to you, I'm not sure if that would transform it into aggravated or not. We'll say it doesn't for convenience sake. It is something I'll rule on after the scene, as I'm not sure the book actually covers it.
Oh no, I got all the beats right now, taking all this lethal.
Oh yeah, you're definitely getting a beat off this. But no, he's just ripping apart, not even your neck, it's more like your face with his fangs. Just spitting out parts of your skull and teeth. spits them in the direction of Marcus out of pure spite. He seems to lord over the broken, even though he is about as broken as Julian. He seems to hold him up to you, kind of like a trophy. But and he uses him similar to a hostage. He is somehow still in control of himself. He is not in frenzy. And he will simply say, he'll speak for the first time since you've encountered him. He'll simply say, take the swing. If you want to take your friend out with you.
Out of character, if Julian gets any more damages, would it ash him or just put him into torpor?
It would put him into torpor, but you definitely risk. He's definitely expressed an immense amount of durability, but you don't think he could take much more damage than this. Maybe if he were a particularly old or aged kindred, he could. But Julian isn't that old. He's not that powerful. Not yet. He's done well to last this long, to be completely honest. He's taken a tremendous amount of damage from kindred who clearly have unnatural
Why
strength.
does common sense have to be a
lethal
3-dot merit? Ugh.
Hey, I get lucky with Dominate and get this guy that back off.
He's actually looking at you. You could attempt to dominate him.
Okay, fuck it. Here goes bloody nothing. Spending another dot in willpower. And I would like to say that Marcus's eyes, whatever human warmth was in them, drains out. They are cold. They are soulless. They are icy. He stares at this kindred as he positively barks the command. Let him go. And now I have to roll. Four successes.
Oh yeah, you catch his gaze. You bark the command, and as soon as you do, his body shunts backwards as if your beast has grabbed him, and Julian's body is freed from his grasp. Julian is free to do as he will now.
Oh, I'm gonna bite him now. I was like, fuck
He's
this.
gonna bite him. Yeah, he does get his defense technically. But outside of that, you can rip him to shreds.
So that's 9 plus. Man, I've been rolling lots of 9s, but I've been doing my math wrong all this match anyways. But regardless, would the beast run myself down to 0? Because I'm down to 3 blood. Would it not recognize that I'm getting really fucking hungry?
Yeah, you may have to roll as soon as you come out of frenzy.
Oh yeah.
Well, your beast, considering you're still in frenzy, your beast will probably just drink from him.
No, I was honestly planning that like in the grapple, but I've been getting really bad rolls. So, well, then I'll still roll as this. Yeah, I'm using.
It's kind of the drawback of having a controlled frenzy. You control most things, but the beast will still edge out here and there. Oh wow! Oh,
yeah.
You sink your fangs into him. The fangs longer and more prominent from the influence of the beast as they sink into him. You tear out his throat so much that it severs his head from his body and he ashes. You kill him.
Yeah, about to say, because my bites do +1 lethal because of my ride the wave.
Well, you failed to ride the wave, but
no, as in my fighting style. my bites are stronger. I have savage bites.
Yeah, but that's about riding the wave, isn't it? Isn't it
No,
connected
that's
to
just
riding the
being in
wave?
the frenzy. If you're in frenzy, my bites are stronger.
It doesn't really matter, I think, because you
No, it
actually
doesn't
do
matter.
enough damage even without that to just completely. Yeah, no, he. No, yeah, you kill him. His body begins to rapidly decay and then begins to flake off. And what's left is a shriveled husk. It isn't really ash. It simply shrivels. And there's dry, translucent skin clinging to hollow skeleton. Um,
All right.
You are however hungry, and there is a torpid kindred right next to you, and you're in frenzy.
Yeah, the goal has set, so I would be out of frenzy, but then I might have to roll back into frenzy because I'm fucking
That-
hungry.
And you are addicted to Vitae, and
No, I
isn't
am
this
not.
just a
I
wonderful
have my
opportunity?
humanity back. I got all that
Oh,
stuff
yeah, you
out.
got it. Well, we
I'm,
go. We're taking a trip down memory lane. How much blood do you currently have in your
I
system?
have two.
Oh,
It is gonna be very fucking hard.
okay. Marcus. As soon as
Yes.
Julian kills him, his frenzied form begins to sink its fangs into the torpid body of the woman.
You might want to stop me.
Uh,
The police sirens have also gotten very loud now. They've also but so they've gotten very loud. They sort of you think the cars and the vans have stopped, um, and the sirens have begun to stop going off. You can see the lights though. You can see the ambient glow of the lights from beyond the side street.
yep.
Um,
Uh,
I would
ooh,
say
have to think of a command. Have to think of a command. Damn it.
you could command him while he is in frenzy. It is possible. It is difficult, but you know it is possible.
Um. Okay, a 3 to 4 word command. Ooh. Um, do not feed now. Okay, he'll attempt. Spends 1 more willpower, leaving him after that with 1 dot in willpower, and I'll try to dominate Julian.
so what do I need to roll?
So you in frenzy, I believe you get the dominator gets a -3 dice penalty. Let me just double check.
Dice, da, da, da.
Okay, so you can't force the beast to act contrary to their desires. So you can't tell him to not feed. You could tell him to feed on somebody else.
Him being the only kindred or other person in the vicinity, that sounds like a. Oh.
You could
Oh.
tell him to feed somewhere else, but of course, then the situation is even further out of your control.
Feed off her later? Oh, no.
Don't think that would work.
Damn it.
So he can't technically, because I'm going over it. I'm definitely, I am forced to fit into my desire. So he could divert my attention to something else.
There's just nothing else to divert your attention to other than Marcus himself right now.
And there's no like stray animals right now.
Oh no.
And he can't just force me to stop because beast doing the beast thing.
It is both the benefit and the curse of frenzy that grants you remarkable resistance to coercion, but it also makes you very difficult to control when you want to be controlled. So,
Alrighty then. Yay, drama.
now, you could just let him feed off a torpid body if you like. If he is able to satiate himself, perhaps he'll come out of frenzy.
Yeah. If that's the case, yeah. Well, if nothing else, at least we'll have the husk of one. Less than awesome, but maybe the Meket can do some, spirit voodoo on him. Okay, Marcus will actually let Julian feed off the torpid body. While he is doing that, he'll grab the desiccated corpse and try to drag it away from the lights, from the police lights, so that he might be able to call his retainers to pick him up.
Okay. So you're in a very dangerous situation right now. Once you drain this body dry, Julian, you will come out of frenzy. The body is, as you literally suck it dry, the skin begins to fall, kind of begins to deflate, and it looks very much like a husk. It's not too dissimilar from the destroyed body of the man you killed, but not quite as decayed, not quite as broken.
Yeah, is there? I know if I'm completely lost, but is there no way to roll once I get to around like 5 or 6 blood points to stop myself?
You can, however, you stirred your beast unnaturally, which, according to Stir the Beast, gives you a -2 dice penalty to come out of frenzy.
Yeah, so that is true. So, erg. I thought it was just once. I thought it's to change my goals though, not to get out of frenzy in general. Let's see. Frenzy to all rolls escape frenzy before the stated objective is met are made at a -2 penalty. So I did take a objective. I wanted to capture them. So that depends on you whether or not that is the case or not.
Yeah, I'll forego the -2 dice penalty then, as they're all effectively down. And you're kind of following a different urge now.
So roll that composure, or roll that willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hope this works out. Holy shit, it does.
Oh, wow, okay. You get 5 successes to come out of frenzy. You know what? I think that's an exceptional success. I think that deserves a reward.
So
You immediately reassert your power over the beast, and you snap back to reality almost immediately. And once you do, you gain back all your willpower.
Oh, okay. Did I stop myself before I drank her, or did I stop myself in the middle of drinking her?
You're just back at 6 blood, so
Alright.
you have not drank the body dry. It is somewhat still resembles a non-decayed corpse. It is not a complete husk. It is extremely heavily injured. Like it's like nobody would think this person is alive. Everybody would think they've been mutilated brutally. in some charnel house. You can hear just around the corner, both of you, the barking of orders around the corner. You see an ambulance fly by the side street. You're very lucky it didn't see you. They're heading straight to the theater. And you can hear people moving around. You can hear someone. You can hear people. You can hear police officers barking to cordon off the area, clear the streets, and you can hear several footsteps heading towards you. About half a dozen, you think, at least. You can also actually. Do you want to make me a wits plus composure check as well?
Yeah. Oh, now the dice are loving me. I'm cool with this. Find out how good dice is always nice.
Oh, did you? You got 3 successes. Marcus can roll as well. Jason, you're muted. Okay, you both get successes. Yeah, you hear the footsteps. They sound quite heavy, and you hear the sound of what appears to be like the clacking of plastic and metal.
Julian kind of realizes what's going on and coming back to reality, being in the back seat for a very long time, even though it was combat. He will grab the body, though his whole body is screaming and aching in pain, because he does feel more mentally acute and sated in his hunger. His body is literally not put together.
The pain just kind of, as soon as you're back to reality, as triumphant as you are, and your body, it's sort of a strange, like it's like you're feeling 2 things at the same time. You feel renewed and refreshed. You triumphed over your beast totally and completely. But as soon as you feel that, you also feel the pain kick in that the beast was protecting you from. And the moment you cry out, those footsteps hasten quickly.
Even if I spit blood to heal, it would not stop the wound penalties. I'm gonna stay at these -3 or -5 for a while now.
Who's around there? Don't move. It's okay. We're the police.
Yep, just grab the body and hope I don't leave too many pieces of myself behind. Because I'm looking like Deadpool right now.
With your number of successes, actually, you can. 1 second. Let me check your respective stats to both of you. Okay, and Jason, Mr.
Yep.
Marcus Irons. I'm gonna check one of your stats.
Go for it.
Okay, yeah. Of your background and your dots in this. Yeah, you kind of the sound is reminiscent of the sound of people moving with guns. The sound of like modular plastic and metal. But yeah, so how are you two responding to the inevitable police response?
Yeah, is it grab the body and run?
Okay, what is Marcus gonna do?
He'll do the same, turning
Okay,
around so that if the police see him, they only see the back of his head.
all right.
Because
Then
if in worst case, my guy will be the meat shield if they start shooting.
No, just dominate them to leave. They're humans. They should be easier.
And, well, yes. Sadly, the dominate roll I did was a little too early. Because after that, I decided, no, I will not dominate you. I'll let you feed. Damn it. And it was a good roll. But then again, it means that willpower wasn't spent. Okay.
so then you don't really waste any time. You drag the bodies, get the hell out of there, and run.
Yep.
However, I will require you to make a dex stealth rolls. Neither of you have obfuscate.
No,
And you are
that's
dragging a
true.
body out of a side street.
Good
And onto
good
the mud.
news is dexterity is one of my better stats. Thank goodness.
I assume you are dragging both bodies, each of you.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So dex and what? Stealth?
Dex and stealth.
Yes,
Or
I'm
wits
all
and stealth.
trained in that. Huh?
Dex and stealth or wits and stealth, whichever is your highest.
I'll
Obviously,
go for
Julian.
dex and stealth.
Obviously, Julian, you are suffering a dice penalty of -3 due to your crippling injuries.
Yep. Well, alrighty. I was like, hey, could this be a survival check? I'm better at that. It's like, no, it won't. Survival doesn't help you help hide bodies. Okay. So, Dex of 2, Stealth of 1. So that would be a dice pool of 3. -3 is 0. But this is a physical challenge, so I'm going to spend a point of blood to get that physical intensity, so I at least have 2 dice.
5 successes. I would say those many times dragging his wounded comrades out of danger has made him accustomed to dragging around bodies.
Yes. Marcus, this is. And this reminds you of some really dark and depressing memories. And yet you are so oddly used to it that it doesn't even really matter. That you effortlessly avoid any attention dragging these bodies around.
Yeah,
managed to avoid any
he's a
unwanted
boiled down
attention.
motherfucker.
You quickly you gauge just the right time to make your way across the street. Hide behind the bins, and you figure what it would be wise to do. Just get immediately out of containment. Don't go too far. Just go just far enough so that the police aren't going to investigate too far beyond the containment area.
Yep.
And then cache the body in a safe place. Maybe in a dumpster or something.
Yeah, I was
get it
thinking
later.
of, in a dumpster for later collection.
Shit, it's too late now. I was going to say, could I technically lash out my beast in that direction to make them go away?
You need sight on them, so they
Okay.
would probably see you when you do that.
No,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like, damn it, if I was Nosferatu, I could have. Nightmare. But I didn't get successes. So all of a sudden, my ankles bends a bit too far. Probably because there's no flesh holding it together. Damn it.
Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe once I've got away, dominate might be the easier thing to do, but we shall see.
So, you both get away into the night.
Oh, I do.
Marcus flees effortlessly. He is not found. He is not recorded. No negative situation occurs. However,
Yep.
unfortunately for Julian, the next night, a news report will show up on the TV with a recording of him taking a body away. It is not a particularly clear image. It's nighttime CCTV. But those who know him are perfectly aware of who that is.
That is how this bad it is. My fame once screwed me over.
And I think that's where we're going to end this scene. Thank
Yay!
you.
Survived it. Sorry.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.